All right, it's time for another one here. So setting them up, knocking them down. So these are the mountains, the mountain range for that one place. So I broke it up since it was getting to be a lot of parts. I broke it up into 2 actual Corel Draw files for myself. But for you guys, it's all going to come out at once. So it's nothing too difficult, just a lot of moving parts, and just make sure things get done in a proper order. But these are essentially just big, giant, massive blade signs that are just, take up a whole wall. So we're just going to go over them. But really, like I said, it's all just one big unit, but we'll go over them right now. So let's get after it. So let's do this by starting out. I got a port side, and it's going to have a spacer frame, a little sub box, and that's this side here. That's the port side, I'm calling it. And then the starboard side for the big boy here is the S. So S on your chest. So all of the things are going to have a Helvetica S or a Helvetica P, and that's going to be the side it's on. So so you're just going to like bin all the parts that are for P, all the parts that are for the S. That's going to be for the starboard, and then everything else is going to be the usual stencil font. That's what you're going to use to identify everything. So that goes for the port side, the starboard side, and then you can see the little guy here. He's the mid. He gets his own little show over here. He's to the back, and he's just a single big blade sign. It's almost 10 feet, or a little over 10 feet, I should say. So now same thing, but he'll have a Helvetica M scribed into everything. So everything with M on it is going to be for mid. So, but anyway, just kind of try to make sure that everything kind of gets binned properly. It'll be easier for you guys. So like I said, nothing too difficult, just a lot of moving parts. Anyway, so let's get after it. So these are, this is the lay of the land for the mid. You'll see everything's got a mid on it. So you'll have all your frame parts, look for that. And then you'll have your jigs. Now the jigs for all of these towards the bottom, other than the seam, obviously the seam part here is gonna be a little different, but all of these light blue booties here, and even technically, I think the corners are all the same for all of them. So you can, basically, but obviously the tops are 100% custom for each one. So you'll see each one has an M on it. And then I have it laid out for which part goes to which. Should be pretty easy for you guys to understand that. And then of course your skins, you're gonna have a back skin and you're gonna have a face skin. So keep all that, but again, you'll have your M and your P and your S's. So let's go over here, same thing. Your mountain frames, I got them split up by port. So look for P's on everything. Have everything numbered, you should be good to go. Got your bottom pieces. And then you've got all your starboard side, so look for S's on all that. And then you got your backer frame. These are like the spacer boxes. So you'll have a port side and you'll have a starboard side there. Now these do have a little different, because of the way that the mounting holes have to be. All of these are gonna have a little bit different way to, I should go ahead and make sure all those are, got those in the wrong order there. Boom, boom, boom. There you go. So you can see those. Anyway, so all of these have mounting holes that skewer through the brackets here. So these jiggies are not going to be the same as what they are for the frame jiggies. But again, like I said, you can see where these light blues, these are all the same for all the mountains. So should be good to go. But you'll have your port side, and you can see everything has a P on it for port, and then you'll have your starboard side, everything has an S on it. So those are separate jiggies for that. And then obviously your skins, P for port, S for back. So all that ready to go. And so really, like I said, let's just do for like mid. The mid is easy. Like I say, mid is literally just one big old blade sign. You do have a cut list. Bring in some 3/4 by 1.5 inches. We probably have some laying around, but let's replenish. Make sure you order in what you need. Don't just take and don't just take off the rack and don't reorder. Go ahead and reorder what you need. So we have this cut list here. You just have one stick, but for the big boys, you've got these sticks here. So you're gonna have 5 sticks total. Bring in 10. Have this job pay for that. We're good to go. But these are going to be basically like sort of like a nice framing thing to keep it nice and sturdy all the way across, because these are going to get stone on them. So we want to make sure they're nice and rigid. Nothing's moving, nothing's flexing. They're nice and solid. So you're just going to skewer this through, and you're just going to make one big old blade sign, get it all welded up, and then skin it front and back. You're good. That's it for this guy. And then same thing for the big boys. The only difference is you have to make sure you do it in order so you can access clecos for these back spacer frame sidecar bad boys that sit in the back. So you can see where the little mountain's going to sit. He's going to sit in the back. He's first to the wall. And then these boxes here, you can see where I filled this in. That's actually going to push these mountains forward in front of little boy here, the mid guy. So what you need to do is make sure, so you just basically get everything welded, weld this frame up, weld these frames up, and then get these two big old boys welded up and this one welded up, skewer through for your rigidity guys, tack them all in, and then you're good to go. Now, the order of operations is important, is weld everything up, and then you're going to load the back skins on first, and then that will allow you to access the accompanying cleco holes through the front of this, and that will help you cleco onto this guy, onto the back. And then you're just going to lords it on and just let it cure up and you're good to go. And then same thing with the other one. You're just going to put, this one on and then go ahead and cleco this on. You can do you do your blue pen around there, get your alignment, and then lords it up really good, and then squish it down, lords it to the back while you have access. And then once you have it all together, then it's just a matter of sealing it up with the face, and then seal this one up with the face, and you're good to go. So that's all I'm saying is the big boys is just, you got to make sure you do it in that order. That way you can access. Otherwise it'll be really difficult, I think, to get clecos in from the backside, trying to cleco this onto this if you didn't have access from the front. So that's all I'm saying is just follow this order of operations. You'll see that on your PDF and you're good to go. Otherwise, that's it for this. Like I said, they're just really big blade signs on steroids. We got this. It's all good. Coordinate with your production manager / salesman, whatever. See what goes to paint. I do believe, along this ledge, you're going to see this, but for the most part, you're not going to see much of it. But I'm sure we do want it to get it painted. So it probably all goes out to prep once you're all done and everything's lordsed up. So anyway, but I think you guys got it. But if you have any questions, as always, real quick, I see these guys here. You'd see this, but you're just going to go ahead and rivet this together so you can see where G has this right here, because where these faces split up, boom, boom, right here, I give you this little backer piece. So you're going to make like a solid backer piece thing, but all you need to do is rivet this little strip to this, and then that gives us an extra backer to lords, to stabilize that face seam. So this is where a seam is one face, and that's the seam of the other. Same thing over here. You got basically G. It works out G on both of these. So you're just going to rivet those together, be done with it, and then skewer through, tack it, and all that. It's going to be awesome. Your mid mountain has the same thing right down the middle. You're just going to have a little rivet boy right across there, and that's just going to help you to stabilize your seams for your faces when you put them on. So just keep an eye out for that. But anyway, yeah, for this job, because you also have those picture frames, bring in tons and tons of rivets. You're going to need lots of rivets. So anyway, but I believe that's it. So again, just keep an eye out for your PDFs. If you have any questions, I'm here. Hit me up. Good luck. We're all counting on you.
Check the